Hello, viewers, and welcome back to another week of My Hero Academia. And today we're going to be tackling 233. And last time we had the fight between a bunch of Twice clones against Redestro, and basically Redestro won by growing in size his hand and just bitch smacked them out of the way. And now we're getting into a fight between Redestro and the real Shigaraki are going to have to fight. So, yeah, we're going to move on to chapter 233, A Bright Future. So, right away, we go right where the real Twice is. And he's trying to do his best to save Toga from not dying. So, Toga-chan, up until now, you never let me take your measurements. Well, I guess that's natural. You're a girl after all. Okay, that's fine. But you're going to have to bear with me now. I'm going to have to measure you. You've lost too much blood. I but I don't know your blood type. So I'm going to multiply you so I can give you a transfusion. I'll measure her. My Hero Academia number 2 oh no, not 233. 223. Hold on. Hold on, is there yeah, it was. No, it's the translation they screwed up. It said 223, a bright future. This should have been chapter 2 233, a bright future. That was a mistake, minor mistake. No way, I'll measure her. No, I'll do it. You guys go pick up the syringes Toga-chan dropped. You two have already made two doubles, haven't you? I still haven't made any, so I'll measure her. This isn't the time or place to be petty. Toga is gonna die. Let's all go. Her tragic destiny. Immediately after the Sandman's parade. So this happens right after when he brings out the Sadman's parade, and entire World War Z of Twice clones start spreading the entire town. And this is before the tower fell down. The main tower in the center fell. So yeah, Twice was able to make a clone of Toga, and we cut back to Twice just arguing with himself. I wanted to make a copy of her when she was healthier, but this is the form that we measured. And we get into a more explanation on Twice's quirk. Twice doubles, twice double, Twice's double create copies that reflect his target's appearance at the point at the point of measurement. Furthermore, the copy's personality and memories are updated to match that of the last point of last contact. However, this doesn't apply to copies of himself. Okay. Look what they've done to your beautiful face. I wonder if it I wonder if it will heal. I'm sure Dobby can introduce you to a great plastic surgeon. Yeah, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that maybe that Toga's face is all screwed up and she'll probably have to take a plastic surgery to fix it. No matter what, you'll live. And boom, like another one of the Twice clones leave for a bit and then got smacked away. And on the next page, page 3, oh my lord, what the frick are those? Like weird drawn people show up? Like clones of weird, bad drawn people? And all the Twice, and even including the original season, is like, what the hell? Go, 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 go. And it's Skeptic coming back with his army of his own shadow puppets. Clone army. Go, 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 go. go, go, go. I know my mission. Capture twice. It's actually, he's saying his actual real name, but I terrible with Japanese, so I'm just sticking to what I know. A failure. This wasn't. This was no such thing. Bura twice. That damn twice. This was not a failure. 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 Oh god, and by the way, in how he's drawn with his eyes, yeah, it's official. He's gone full Frank Miller bug up his ass. And I guess we cut back to Spinner, and while the Twice clones handle more of the mooks on the city, and Spinner starts the conversation. All remaining Twices, go after the politician. And Twice clones just say, Your voice is so loud. That's a good thing. And we cut away to the politician once again, doing like a flash finish, just thinking back of all the stuff the politician been saying. Miss Curious has been defeated. Ah, no way. I don't know. I don't know who this Curious girl is. Probably one of the exclusive executives. It's clear that they are all threat. They all threat their leaders with treat their leaders with great respect. I think Spinner's still continuing the conversation. I see. So Hanabara is basically like a bishop, utilizing and rallying the people. In that case, targeting the party leader should be an obvious play. And we had a flashback with Mr. Compress. So Spinner's gonna take on the politician with the clone army of Twices. Say that several times quick. Even if it's just a bit, if it can reduce the load that Shigaraki is bearing, I will. Don't you know support players should be hanging around the front lines? Scrubs who don't know their role are just gonna get kicked. I can't, and it's the politician speaking. I can't keep up with the millennials speaks these days. Well, whatever you're trying to say, your judgment is quite sharp. And he pushes a button on his watch, and this piece of gear from Reed Destro pops out, like miniature speakers for a mask. However, if it means nothing, if your special ability is too weak for you to follow through, Itsugi Suichi, Dederet Co. High Quality, 7th Loud. This will end up pushing our soldiers to their limits, but special ability Rally. His voice harbors a special electromagnetic pulse. And this guy's in the Love Company, the Love Party from the government, that greatly enhances the physical and mental status of those who trust and follows him. The effect increases with the amplitude of his voice, i.e. the sound waves he produces. My people, let us bring the divine punishment upon those who have treated us. Ooh, and like a big burst of sound comes in, like, ooh, boom. And the politician's still speaking. Special ability Gecko. Clinging onto walls like that is about all you can do. And Spinner is a gecko, so he's on the walls and just crawling around. You were once bullied, weren't you? And you became a shut-in. Perhaps it is perhaps it is that resentment which bring you here today. Unfortunately, I do not see you as a person who could ever accomplish anything. And then on the next page, the events of what happened last week, the tower falling down by the real Shigaraki, bringing the whole tower down. And both of these guys are just seeing this. And this is the politician speaking. They have already reduced the tower. What are the soldiers doing? And more random people pop out of the walls of where Spinner is. And this one random guy is saying, I got to die. And he, I think, explodes? Protrudes spikes and then explode? And Spinner's like, his entire arms covered in spikes, saying, yeah, just screaming. And the twice clones see this. Spinner! And then the politician just spews more of his rallying call. Everyone head towards the supreme leader. The enemy intends to defile our soul. Damn it. Ah. Oh, he didn't explode. He just protruded spikes. Never mind. I thought he exploded. I don't see you. I don't see. And this, we get reverberations of. So Spinner's unconscious and going for a bit of mini flashback for a panel. I don't see you as a person who could ever accomplish anything. I'm the one who I'm the one who knows that the best, damn it. Back then my life was just a hazy, feverish blur. All I did was frantically tag along for the ride. That's all I can see it. That all that's all I can see myself as. And we see like a mini flashback to Spinner's old life as a shut-in. But even so, don't you see? Unlike Toga, I don't have anything I love or anything I want to do. Watch me. Watch me. Just you watch. With those stupid sunglasses of yours. Even so, when I saw him then, my heart bur- burnt with passion. I'll destroy. And we go back to the flashback of Shigaraki's declaration of destroying the entire planet. I'll destroy everything once and for all. When I heard him say that, I thought to myself, I want to see the future he envisioned with my own two eyes. If I could erase Shigaraki's burdens even a bit, that's right. I'm just a lower class. That's right. I'm just a lower class citizen who can't accomplish anything without standing on the shoulders of others. Is that so? Huh? What's so wrong about that? Y'all are the same, aren't you, Mr. Politician? Wrong? Could you possibly thinking we're on the same level? And I think we see the aftermath of the entire tower falling down. So we're back to the fight between Shigaraki and Redestro, and we see Gurren coming out of the pile of dead the pile of dead clones of Twices to cushioned his fall, and he's just coming out of the muck. Well, I knew Shigaraki would do that. I think one of his clones actually survived, and that clone sees the fight between Redestro and Shigaraki. And Redestro got a little bigger the last time we saw him. Now that he's the size of a Hulk, has the body of the Hulk with his head having a tiny little Redestro head. And Shigaraki starts this conversation. Were you always this huge, Russell? Something about his hand. And Shigaraki still continues. Hey, Redestro, how are you feeling now? What was it now? 110,000 people or something? Did you assume your numbers would take care of everything while you just watched from above? going as far as preparing a lynching lynching ground for your opponents, then making light of us, assuming we wouldn't be able to make it this far. And after all that, falling all the way down, how, like I said, how are you feeling now? And he's just touching the ground. Shigaraki touches the ground, starts his quirk activation, spreading his corruption. And Redestro, just in his Hulk form, just jumps into the air. And we see on the next page, page 13, we see a shoe, and it's completely ripped off. We only see his full feet. Grumble, grumble. Like the whole ground is falling apart. And we see the Twice clone and Gurren just leaving. Even things Even things he hasn't touched are being disintegrated. We're getting out of here, right? We're getting out of here, Garan. I'm livid. And we see Shigaraki for a bit on the ground, and then on a big splash page, we see Redestro in his Hulk form just punching the very ground of where Shigaraki was, and Shigaraki got out of the way. And this entire conversation of Redestro's just continuing this conversation. You see, I'm the type who holds in my anger. As you can tell, it's really taken a toll on my hairline. You killed many of our soldiers on your way here, haven't you? And we get his introduction, proper text saying his real name, Liberation Code, Redestro, or Destro, the second Destro. As we finish that, we see on the bottom of the page, page 14, we see, yeah, Shigaraki did not get out of there, and we see, like, mostly, mostly his, mostly his left hand is completely ripped off, like, like a huge chunk of his hand is completely gone. He's only, like, got that much, just that, and this, and that's only it for his left hand. And don't worry, it happens. And besides, we have Guran lost his entire fingers. And we have seen that Mr. Compress has lost his hand before, and he got a whole new functioning robot arm, and functioning robo hand. So I guess the Mad Doctor could easily rebuild Shigaraki's left hand with robot parts. And on page 15, we see the continuation of Redestro's talking, and more of that black ink is already on his hands and mostly on his face. This, is this the hand that's being, is this the hand been doing naughty things? And he just grabs the remains of Shigaraki's left hand. He's just about to pluck the other two fingers one by one, and he's gotten a lot bigger. Now his head is not as small, and he's like very hulkish size, like much bigger. And we get finally his quirk to clarify the confusion. Special ability, Stress. He can turn his pent-up anger into raw power. The more he accumulates, the stronger and larger he becomes. So basically, he's the Incredible Hulk at this point. He's got the power of the Incredible Hulk, but he's gonna get bigger and bigger as angry as he gets. So while Redestra is just about to finish plucking the flower of Shigaraki's left hand fingers, we cut away to Deca City's city limits, and we see like a huge roadblock with Slide and Go, who works for the Liberation Army, and we see he's holding up this truck for, I don't know, Child Center, I don't know. and we don't know who's inside the truck. Why is the road closed? A crazy villain has gone wild in the city right now. He even destroyed the city's famous landmark. And I think there's a sound effect of the ground is starting to shake, rumbling, rumbling, rumbling. And the driver in the truck is confused. And Slidingo is like questioning, huh? An earthquake? Amidst the battle, a strange occurrence in the city. So what the frick is going on? And that's it. And number chapter 233 end. And yeah, the I think I don't know if Horikoshi accidentally wrote 223. It was supposed to be 233, not 223. And we got a little bit of a note here. We are on break next week. The series will resume in Shonen issue number 32 of WJ. So yeah, next week we're not going to be having chapter 234. So yeah, this chapter really does clarify this is more of a still setup for the fight between Redestra and Shigaraki, and I think I know what the earthquake is, that it's actually Giga's. Giga's kind of really close to the city at this point. He's kind of fast at this point. So I guess not this next week. We're for next week we're still going to continue with the UA Culture Festival, so be excited for that. And and the next week after we continue with chapter 234. So until then, have a good day everybody and enjoy your 2 weeks break, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for the continuation. And come back next week while we continue with the UA Culture Festival. So until then, have a good day everybody, and I'll see you in the very next chapter in 2 weeks. Bye for now.